Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So glad you could join us today. I am back from deployment. Very glad to be here and back on dry land with a steady internet connection. Popped on World of Warships and found out a new patch hit. Started reading through the notes and noticed that the torpedo detection on the Shimakaze dropped from 1.9 to 1.7 kilometers on the 12-kilometer torpedoes. I don't believe it changed at all for the 20 kilometers, nor should you be using them because they are spotted from literally, I think it's like it's 2.5 kilometers away, and they're dead slow. You're not going to hit anything consistently with those. The F3 torps, the 9-kilometer torpedoes, I think they also got a slight buff, but with so much hydro and so many radar and CVs floating around these days, I really can't recommend the F3 torpedoes any longer. They were a hoot for a while there, but the meta has just changed. Now you've got Missouris with radar, and you have British cruisers, Minotaurs with radar, and it's getting old, so you need that 12 kilometers to basically keep you alive. And as a destroyer, especially a torpedo destroyer, the longer you are alive in the game, generally the more helpful you are. So as you can see here, I'm being rather cautious. I'm trying to avoid these planes from being spotted. I haven't shot my torpedoes or my guns yet at this point. I'm not really pushing the cap. I'm trying to help. I'm hanging around to see if I can be of use somehow. But the Shimakaze is primarily a torpedo boat. And so long as they have no idea where I'm at, I'm an ever-present threat to them. They know I'm out there somewhere, but at this point they have no clue what side of the map I'm even on. So what did the buff actually do? Well, again, it went from 1.9 kilometers to 1.7 kilometers, and what that actually comes down to a head is that it reduces the amount of time that an enemy that you fired your torpedoes at them has to react. They get spotted at a closer, not further away distance, and so they have X number of seconds to react. And there are other people who've done videos and on the Reddit and everything that have like mapped this out and actually gotten to it. But regardless, basically what it comes down to is you gain a couple seconds or so, and it doesn't sound like a lot, but really these torpedoes were just barely not useful. And we're gonna juke these torpedo bombers easily. Well, get that tail out of the way. There we go. Easily dodged. And now that the torpedoes are gone, we're gonna pop smoke. We're in a good firing position. I know that there's a British cruiser in that smoke, and clearly there must be something else in that smoke. So we'll just send some torpedoes out as little expeditionary members to seek out and find new forms of life in strange new smoke clouds. But I haven't really played much Shimakaze a whole lot recently. They've just gotten the nerf bat so many times and consistently. Their guns got quote-unquote buffed, where the sheer alpha damage got greatly reduced, but they got a faster reload, and really it didn't help because now you get a lot of shatters and a lot of just no damage basically. I don't know. I mean, they're not completely pointless, but it certainly didn't help. And hey, we got lucky. Looks like we hit that cruiser in the smoke. And now that it looks like all the planes are gone, I do not want to stick around. Still in the smoke, so we'll get some cheeky shots off, but didn't matter because he died anyhow. What else got nerfed? The torpedoes a while back got a huge nerf in the form of detection. It used to be the 20-kilometer torpedoes were actually pretty damn effective. And I agree they were kind of a little OP because, I mean, you could just fire and forget from halfway across the map and somehow manage to hit these people. It also led to a lot of friendly fire cases. 20 kilometers is a long way to go to try and anticipate where your team is going to be. And yeah, a lot of friendly fire incidents with Shimakazes with those 20-kilometer torpedoes. You still see it even with Gearings who don't really know what they're doing, and they've got 16.5 kilometers. The 12-kilometer ones I'm finding now with this patch to be pretty good. See this, what is that, a Fletcher? He's kind of out in the open. It looks like he's maybe gonna beach himself. I only fired one in the gap, but yeah, he's gonna beach himself, and I can guarantee you he's probably gonna pop his smoke here. Yeah, we've got several teammates that are YOLO charging the middle, and I'm not really sure why. I would not advise it. Let's see, other nerfs that have happened recently. Well, there's the disappearance of stealth fire, which the Shimakaze was not known for, but you could get a small window of stealth fire in there that it helped you a little bit. It's not like their guns were that particularly dangerous anyhow, and normally you didn't want to fire anyhow because it kind of gave your position away. Even though you weren't spotted, it still let them know, hey, you know, they're this way. Okay, so we did get lucky and get one torpedo hit on that Fletcher in there. And if it's not a Fletcher, I apologize. The preview window that I look at while I'm recording my narration is very small and I cannot read the text. The Zhao is just pushing right ahead. I think he's just kind of given up on life. I mean, he's too far out of position to get out of this now, and there goes one of our other cruisers who was YOLO charging the middle. I really don't know what they were thinking. Like, we're slowly getting enveloped. You see on the mini-map here, there's enemies to the north of the islands, there's enemies to the south of the islands, there's enemies ahead, there goes the Zhao. Like, completely surrounded, and here comes another battleship of ours that's YOLO charging up the middle. And they're really not doing a whole lot to help our case. Something's in that smoke. I'm thinking it's the Shimakaze. I know that he was over there earlier, and I mean, those torpedoes came in, I think one tagged the Zhao. Now I'm kind of getting into a pickle here. I mean, what are they doing? Okay, and we're going to do a little overlap torpedo here. He's coming head on, but that means that if I hit him in the bow, then that makes him flood. It's a guaranteed flood. And got okay, that was the Shimakaze. So, yep, he was in that smoke. And it only took one torpedo to kill him. See if I can get a fire started on this guy here. If I can get a fire started, and then he uses his, whoa, hey, okay, back up, back up, back up. Really need to back up. Alright, we're good. Totally planned, no luck involved. And we got a tag on him, which caused a flooding. And hard to tell. Yeah, the flooding is sticking, so he is going to take a lot of damage. Just going to pepper him, see if maybe I can get a fire started. But there's my little buddy who I tagged with the torpedo earlier, and he's trying to make himself annoying. I switched my camera, he's poking his tail out, trying to get away from that guy, and pop, there we go. And I somehow got another torpedo hit, way back behind the battleship. It's, okay, I'll take that free damage. He's still flooding, he is gonna die, one way or another. Do I get credit for the kill? Of course not. Okay, well, you know what? That's fine. We're already over 100,000 damage done. Our team is bound and determined to YOLO charge up the middle here. This Yamato. Why would you do that in a Yamato? Why would you fire at the battleship in front of you and not the soft, squishy Prince Eugen right behind him? Well, so let's see if I can get that Prince Eugen. I'd love to be able to torp this guy as well, but the Yamato's in the way. It looks like he's going to die any second, though. I mean, he has almost no life and is basically surrounded. My position is still pretty good right now. They don't know exactly where I'm at. That was a good shot. Alright. Well, that makes things a little bit easier. And I'm just going to cut engines and fire torpedoes behind the Yamato. Never mind, he died, but we can still get the torpedoes off anyhow. We're maintaining in the cap to keep it from being capped, and the Prince Eugen, of course, dodged my torpedoes very easily. It's a pretty nimble ship, and plus I'm pretty sure it has hydroacoustic, so there's that too. If it's not radar, it seems to be hydro. So DDs these days, especially at tier 8, 9, and 10, really have their work cut out. And can you guys finish him off? See, if I fire my guns, I'm gonna get spotted. And fine, I'll do it myself. There we go. Guns out, one shot, one kill. See, it's that simple. Whatever. But now I'm spotted, and the Prince Eugen's right on my butt, so now they finally know exactly where I am. Take a small shot, pop my smoke, turn here, and see what we can do to harass. I mean, I've already popped my smoke, and he's faster than I am, I think, barely. Or it's very, very close. And I really should have been paying attention to where I'm driving, because there's an island there. Who put that there? Okay, and I'm out of my smoke, and my smoke's on cooldown. This is going to get really bad really quick. Yep, now I'm plane spotted, because of course it's not enough that they have hydro or radar, they also have spotter planes. And we're not doing too hot here. And of course I take the extreme risk that the spotter plane is going to spot the torpedoes. However, because I'm plane spotted, I don't think he has hydro up. Maybe it's on cooldown, and that's probably how he avoided the torpedoes earlier. He did completely avoid that group, but I did save my third group of torpedoes in reserve. Taking some pretty nasty fire, though. I am not going to survive for very long against him. There's my Confederate. Just trying to maneuver, duke those shots. Okay, very minimal damage. And I think I've got him. He's seen him. He's obviously turning into him to try and avoid, but it only takes one. So the Shimakaze torps are very, very powerful. Okay, so it's me and this this German destroyer, and we have a tier 8 carrier who knows exactly where we're at, and is sending all the bombers. How many bombers? All of them. So I have 2 full groups. Dodge that group. Dodge that group. Okay, so RNG is blessing me now. And they're going that way, so kick in speed boost and head directly towards them. Got torpedo. Nope, the torpedoes are going after the German guy in the smoke. Okay, and he's trying to multitask us. Ouch. Yeah, that hurt. So another fun thing that I've got is the adrenaline rush really helps with torpedo rearm speed. I highly recommend it in anybody's build. I wouldn't take it over last stand, but if you've gotten stealth and now you're a 12-point captain, I would really recommend getting adrenaline rush at that point. After that, then you can get torpedo speed or reload speed. But adrenaline rush is really nice, especially if you combine it with survivability expert, the one that gives you extra HP. And I don't have a 19-point captain on my Shimakaze, just for the fact that I kind of gave up on it after all the nerfs. And now we're giving it another shot, so I think I'm up to 17.5 now at this point. And alright, finally in range. Got him on fire in the first, and he puts it out. So I've got, I think, 10 seconds, maybe 15 of immunity to deal with, but we're just going to keep peppering him with HE. And there's another fire, and that sticks. So no more planes from Mr. Carrier. Now it's just a question of getting in range and killing him, hopefully with torpedoes. And you see I sent 2 to one side and then 1 to the other, just in case he tries to juke, which he does. And it is down to the last 2 of us little crippled destroyers now. And this should do it for the carrier. Yeah, those torps look great. They just do a nice big widespread, and there's really nowhere for him to go. He was going to die to the to the guns anyhow, but that's the Kraken, and I will take that. So what's left? The enemy Moskva is left, and from what I recall seeing him last, he is damn near full health. Oh boy, and it's just me and this other destroyer. There's some debate in chat about whether he has any radar cooldowns left over or not. They don't have many, but depends on if he uses Superintendent or not. Some of the people seem very certain that he is out of radars. Maybe they were counting. Maybe it's some kind of mod. Maybe Aslan's mod has something in it like that. But don't have an option. They're ahead on points, and the clock is ticking at this point. So we've got to try and chase him down, but he just capped Bravo behind us. So if he's smart, he just goes the other way. He's going to win on points. And then even then, he doesn't really have to. He's a Moskva. Like, they can tear apart destroyers pretty well. They have a pretty fast fire rate. And if he's running Adrenaline Rush too, that's just going to get better as he gets hurt. Alright, there he is. Yep, almost full health. This is not good. Well, alright. So I'm going to go wide to the left because my German DD buddy is on the right. So hopefully we can get a cross drop on him. That's, I think, our best bet. And he pops the radar. Well, crap. So at this point, I'm, very glad I am wearing the brown pants today. So what I have to do here is I need to get in range. Oh, and dodge. He's in range, like the maximum range of the torpedoes, but the closer I am, the more likely, that I can land some torpedoes. So I see him move slightly to the left there, so I'm just going to do all three in a nice big wide fan to the left, because I think he's turning left so he can get all of his guns on me, instead of just trying to turn left to juke. And in fact, that is exactly what he does. And now I just want to try and stay alive, please. And this is some of my best dodging ever. And those torps look fantastic. I'm almost dead. Alright. Well, no, he's not dead. Okay. Gotta dodge some more. I'm really wishing I had that survivability expert at this point. However, he is flooding, so I dodged those ones. Got my Witherer. Oh man, that's gonna be close. Oh hell yeah, got him. So how did we do? Well, unfortunately, my screenshot didn't save on the first one, but we got a lot of medals. We got 3,500 base XP. I think we got Kraken Confederate, High Caliber, Witherer, and there was one other, Devastating Strike. But 3,500 ain't bad. The damage is a pretty good spread. Surprisingly, we've got 35,000 just from the guns alone, ignoring all the flooding and fires and the torpedoes. Well, you can throw the fires in with the gun damage too, so really you're talking, what, 50,000 damage just from the guns? I mean, how many times can you say that about a Shimakaze game? Otherwise, it was a real nail-biter right down the wire. I can't believe I survived that. But otherwise, it's great to be back in World of Warships. Thank you again all for sticking around while I was away. We'll see you next time.